Go to this story. We are going to switch to a press conference that's happening in downtown Jackson right now. We have
Jackson.
Chief
Officers with the Jackson Police Department responded to a resident in a 300 block of Queen Alexandria Drive following reports of an aggravated assault. When we arrived, the officers located 3 deceased victims inside the house. The victims have been identified as Kiana Weathersby, her 2-year-old son, Kamari Givens, and Kiana's sister, Erica Weathersby. During the initial investigation, detectives learned that the victim's vehicle, a red Mitsubishi Mirage, had also been taken from the residence.
Whoever did this is an absolute coward and is probably the most vilest of human beings. You kill a toddler.
And Allie Jo, while many neighbors did not wish to speak with me on camera, which is understandable, one person who lives near the victims did tell me the killings left people in the neighborhood shaken. They say the violence in the city is getting way too close to home, and they wish people would resolve their problems by talking more. Other neighbors did tell me that they initially thought the gunfire was fireworks because they say shootings like this rarely happen in their neighborhood.
2 men were arrested on a Mississippi highway. Police thought that was the end of it. They were wrong. 5 days later, the number of people charged with killing a mother, her sister, and her 2-year-old son doubled. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how that happened. You'll also know the one piece of evidence police found inside a stolen car that changed the entire case. Keep that in mind. We're coming back to it. It was a Saturday night in Jackson, Mississippi, the kind of night where families wind down and neighborhoods go quiet. On the 300 block of Queen Alexandria Lane, one home still had its lights on. A mother was there, her sister was there, a 2-year-old boy was tucked into his bed. By 9:15 that evening, all 3 of them were dead, shot multiple times inside their own home. This wasn't a robbery gone wrong. There was no forced door, no struggle, no signs of panic. What officers found was quiet, deliberate, the kind of scene that makes even seasoned detectives stop talking. Subscribe now, because we're about to show you the exact evidence that cracked this case open in just 5 days. The victims were Kiana Weathersby, 25, her son Kamari Given, 2, and her sister Erica Weathersby, 30. Jackson's police chief didn't soften it for cameras. It takes a coward to slaughter a toddler. Whoever did this is an absolute coward. Something was also missing from that house. A red Mitsubishi Mirage, gone from the driveway. Someone composed enough to shoot 3 people also thought to steal a car and drive away. That's not panic, that's a plan. To understand how fast police moved, you need to see exactly what that house told them. Officers found no forced entry. That told detectives something immediately. Whoever did this either knew this family or knew exactly how to get inside without a fight. Here's the detail that stopped even hardened investigators. Kamari wasn't near a window. He wasn't in a hallway. He was in his bed, put there by his mother hours earlier. The shooting began with both women first. Then whoever was in that house walked to the room where a 2-year-old was sleeping. That single fact told police this wasn't random. This was intentional from the first shot to the last. The stolen Mitsubishi became just as important. Vehicle forensics reveal what people forget to wipe clean: fingerprints on a wheel, DNA on a headrest, fibers on a seatbelt. When that car turned up abandoned at Manhattan Park, forensic teams didn't see an empty vehicle. They saw an evidence locker on wheels. When we arrived, officers located 3 deceased victims inside the house. Police confirmed. Detectives worked outward from there, tracing relationships, arguments, any friction in the family's recent past. In cases like this, motive rarely comes from nowhere. It's almost always buried close by. Then tips started flooding in. Not a trickle, a flood. Something in this city shifted, and people who normally stayed quiet started talking. All those tips were pointing toward one question police still won't answer publicly. Police confirmed one thing clearly. This was not random. It was targeted. But they refused to say why, because naming a motive too early can collapse a case before it reaches trial. Here's what we know about why this case moved so fast. The scene showed no forced entry. The shooting followed a clear, deliberate order. A stolen vehicle carried forensic evidence. Community tips arrived within hours, not days. Digital and vehicle forensics converged on one address. DeMarco Bailey, the victim's brother, learned about it by phone from Texas. "I just need justice, not only for my sister but my nephew. He's only 2.5 years old." Neighbors said they first mistook the gunfire for fireworks because shootings like this rarely happen on that street. That's what makes this case land so hard. If it can happen inside that home, on that block, then nowhere feels safe. So here's the real question nobody in Jackson could answer yet. If this was targeted, and not random, who exactly was the target? The 2 women or the child sleeping in the next room? Tell us in the comments, do you think the child was specifically targeted or caught in something aimed at the adults? 48 hours after the murders, a traffic stop was about to answer part of that question. Detectives identified a vehicle connected to the case and moved fast. Officers attempted a traffic stop at 18th and Maddox Road. The driver refused to stop. Police safely surrounded the vehicle and took 2 suspects into custody without incident. Cornelius Carter, 28, was charged with capital murder and as a felon in possession of a firearm. Jordan Carter, also 28, no relation, was charged with capital murder as well. Inside that vehicle, officers recovered 3 weapons on the back seat: a 9mm pistol, an assault rifle, and a gold handgun. If you think justice needs to follow all the way through on this one, hit like right now before we go further. Here's the detail that changes everything. 5 days after that first arrest, police charged a 3rd person, Michaela Young, 25. Investigators say she allegedly drove Cornelius and Jordan Carter to the home on Queen Alexandria Lane, then left after hearing gunfire, leaving both men behind. That's how the number doubled. 2 suspects became 4 across 2 states, exactly like we told you at the start. Young was denied bond. A judge ruled her a continued danger. This was an intentional targeted act, to include the killing of the child, police confirmed. But even now, they still won't say why. If someone drives the shooters to the scene and flees when the gun goes off, should they face the same charge? Tell us below. 3 people were behind bars, but police made one thing clear: this still wasn't over. Police confirmed publicly that other people of interest remain under investigation. This case, even with 3 people charged, is not closed. The city's mayor addressed Jackson directly. "Our city is hurting. Violence against the innocent is intolerable, and I will not accept this as the norm for our community." He promised a task force pulling together law enforcement, violence prevention specialists, and community leaders. DeMarco Bailey is now raising his sister's surviving family, on top of 2 kids of his own, after losing his wife 2 years earlier. A GoFundMe under his name is covering funeral costs for 3 people who should never have needed one. And that stolen car, the one we told you would matter, remains part of an active forensic trail investigators are still working. If this case moved you the way it moved us, subscribe now so you're first to know the moment new arrests happen. Here's what we still don't know. Police have the who. They may not yet have the why. And until they release a motive, this case stays open. In a city that's still asking how a 2-year-old became a target inside his own bed. What do you think the real motive was? Drop your theory below. We read every one of them.